This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
No way.
The Sanosi 1.5K King Studios of Arizona. It is Conor McGregor on steroids. We're going to get to the bottom of it tonight on the MMA-Holes.
Wonderful.
Let's go, boys and girls. How you doing? Welcome to the show tonight.
Wonderful.
We're all wonderful. Right, Ariel? That's right. There's Conor in the background. Whoa, you got a little extra cardio. Where did that come from? There he goes. Connor's in the background. Connor's on the shirt. I dusted off my Walk Like a Billionaire shirt. How's everyone doing tonight? It's good to see you here. Saturday we had a interesting night of fights with the Sandhagen versus Yadong Song, and then Canelo Alvarez fight afterwards, and I got high. It was a great time. We're hanging with the boys. If we get some saves, we'll talk about that. Who gives a shit, right? Let's talk about Conor McGregor and steroids. Let's go. Yeah. Yes. Right? That's what everyone wants to talk about. I don't blame him. He's walking around all muscular, looking all sexy and swole. And we're going to get to the bottom of it. We're going to find out tonight, is Conor McGregor on steroids? I'll tell you why we decided to do this stream in a second, but why is that clock like that? Hold on a second there. Oh. That's not supposed to be even going. There we go. We'll put it like right over there, somewhere like that. Okay, good. I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Head Rush. Shout out to Head Rush. 20% off promo code MMA-HOLES for the finest of products and clothing. Go check it out. Links are in the description to Head Rush. A big shout out to Sheath Underwear. Promo code MMA-HOLES for 20% off the best underwear in the game. MyBookie.ag for 100% match in your first deposit. Use our promo code MMA-HOLES. Thank you, Gregory Rodriguez, for the dub. MyBookie.ag and CBDX.com, which aided me in getting high on Saturday night. And I promise I will watch Floyd Mayweather Saturday coming up, and I'm going to get high again. 20% off promo code MMA-HOLES. If you want to watch the Contender Series or the UFC or what else do they got? Ultimate Fighter, ESPN Plus, there's a link in the description down below. Thank you to our sponsors. Let's get to it. This is a topic over here where we must address. We have to address this topic because I've been getting a lot of heat lately. Lots and lots of heat. I haven't really done a full-blown let's go McGregor up your ass show. Like, I mean, we've had situations where I kind of went through his Instagram and made fun of the whole situation there. But other than that, we've been talking about everything else that's going on in the world. We've been basically, for the most part, I would say 90% of the time, navigating around the circus that is McGregor and talking about the UFC as is. But I have been catching a lot of heat with whether it's messages or just replies and comments. And every time we discuss something, Conor always gets thrown at me. It's weird. Even when we're not talking about Conor, it has nothing to do with Conor. He gets thrown at me in my direction all the time. And the steroid thing is like the number one thing. Before it was the rape thing. I was like, oh, you know, Conor's a rapist. Like that's what everyone would throw at me, right? So the steroid thing is the hot thing, right? That's the hot thing right now because Conor McGregor is online flexing all those muscles bulging out of his body. I mean, look at this guy. Look at this fucking lunatic. Check him out. Just flexing and growling and snarling and look at me muscles. Look at him go. He's just going, oh my God. So everyone is just hit me up and saying, yeah, Conor McGregor, you know, he's on steroids. Look at his hairline. Look at the pimples. Look at this. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why are we talking about? Wait, what? Why you? What? And then I would respond and be like, what? What the fuck is going on? Like, why are we talking about Conor right now? Well, because you said shit about Usman. We did a stream, Usman on steroids. I entertained both sides of the story. And at the end of the day, I said I can entertain the theories, but me personally, I don't think he is on steroids. That's what I said about Kamaru Usman. And I still got heat from that, whatever. It is what it is. That's just my personal opinion. I'll get into that maybe a little bit later, but this is not about Usman, okay? This is about Conor, right? Because everyone is like, you defend Conor, you do this and that. And I'm like, fuck, man. I said, I'm pretty sure I said Kamaru Usman's not on steroids. I entertained both sides so we could have a conversation. My co-host on the other side, well, she was just like, no, that motherfucker's on steroids. Okay, so I can't defend Jessie. And when she comes on, maybe she can explain herself with that a little more. She'll say the same thing. And maybe we'll get her opinion on Conor McGregor. But tonight, I'm going to give you my opinion, but I want to hear from the people, the live chat. Also, I have a poll going down right now. And hold on a second. Give me 1 second here. Here we go. Let me show this poll real quick. So I have a poll in the live chat. Vote away because you guys are an essential part of this conversation tonight because we need to get to the bottom of this. And so far, we got about $1.29 with the votes. And 70% of the community says yes. That's a pretty large number of our audience that says, yeah, that man is on steroids, okay? So I'm going to go into this with an open mind, and I will give you my point of view at the end of the hour, the MMA-Holes hour. Now, we will do Save the Show. If you'd like to save the show, that is at the end of this program, and maybe we can extend the clock and whatever. But I will give it my opinion at the end of the hour. Now, let's talk to the people here. We see this video that's floating around. This is one of the latter ones that's been floating around, and Conor is flexing away in impeccable shape. Veins are bulging out of his shoulders over here. He's screaming and yelling. He's getting ready to shoot a movie. All crazy stuff going on. And the picture that has been popping up on the internet is this one. This is the one that Jorge Masvidal said that he was on steroids, and a lot of the internet was like, look, zits under his tits, zits on his shoulder, he's got a bald spot. This is crazy, right? All this muscle, and I mean, this is why. I mean, this guy broke his leg and what's going on? What's going on here with this guy? I mean, how could he have a bald spot in his mid-30s? I mean, it has to be steroids, right? It has to be. Has to be. HGH shots, hold on a second, go right into your stomach. I mean, like look at this. Kainoto knows about steroids. It goes right into your stomach. And I mean, the proof is in the pudding right here. I mean, all fingers point in the direction of this is needles. Needles going into Conor McGregor for sure. 100%. I mean, look at this guy. This guy, there's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. People are going all over the place on the internet. I even watched the video because I was doing actually a lot of research on this because I honestly don't have any interest in any of this shit. If all the fucking athletes were juiced up, I don't give a fuck. But USADA is in play, and rules are rules. If you break the rules, you're a cheater. It's that simple. And Conor was a guy that basically prided himself on not breaking the rules. The poll is still so it's 68% to 32% right now. Keep getting your votes in. I also dug up, because I saw Henry Cejudo put a tweet out there, and I was like, holy shit, you could get this. So I went myself to the USADA website. Any knucklehead could go over here to this website, okay? The USADA website, anti-doping program website over here. And you can actually punch in whatever athlete, and you could actually see when these fighters have been tested, or how many times, I should say, they've been tested, right? And Conor was a guy that was notoriously tested a lot. If you look in 2015, he was tested 8 times throughout the year. In 2016, he was tested 11 times. So, I mean, my man has been tested a lot. You look over in 2017, Conor McGregor has been tested 6 times. You go to 2018, 11 times. So it's like they take every other year off, and then bang, they hit him with 11 fucking tests. It's a lot of tests. Go over to 2019, and he's had 7 tests over there. So you see, 2020, 8 tests, right? So the man has been tested, and he has passed all the tests, right? So that's one thing. You know, people are like, oh, there's loopholes, there's ways around it. But the UFC supposedly has the best drug testing system in sports, and Conor's look pretty good. Now it gets a little interesting. Let's get interesting here. 2021. You have 11 tests in 2021. 11 tests in 2021, okay? Not that long ago. 11 tests. You look at quarter 1, he was tested 4 times. Quarter 2, tested 6 times. Quarter 3, tested 1 time. Quarter 4, nothing. Wait, what? 2021, the 4th quarter, no tests. 2022, search, no results found for your selection criteria. Please change your selection and try again. So the 4th quarter of 2021, Conor McGregor, let me pop this thing back up again. Nothing. Quarter 3, 1. Quarter 2, 6. So they went hard in the paint in the 2nd quarter. In the 3rd quarter, 1 test. This is when it was on his Lamborghini yacht, I guess. I can't remember. I don't know the timeline. And then you look at quarter 4, nothing. So quarter 4, 2021 to now, nothing. Chat. Conor McGregor showing all this fancy muscle. Is he on steroids? Let me know what you think. Wait, hold on a second. We got an interruption. Kai Noto coming in.
People who never heard of Gyno until Izzy got it should be automatically disqualified from saying anything tonight. In other words, 99% of Conor fans. Please play the audio of Conor yelling, sounds like Smeagol getting a hand job to completion.
Okay, listen. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate that. And for Kai Noto's sexual pleasures, I will play this. I can't play it. Fuck. There's music in there. I would play it, but I can't. Go over to his Instagram, and you can see that. But yeah, Kai Noto, if you want to beat off to it, just go to his Instagram. You know, I'm sure you have it on loop at home. But thank you for the donation. Appreciate that. Yeah, so Conor McGregor flexing over here. You look at the USADA tests, and they've been MIA the 4th quarter of 2021 going into 2022. All right, Chad, what do you have to say? Audio clip of Conor screaming juice heads would be fun. Remember Brock Lesnar got a pass and didn't have a 60-day before the fight? Yeah, Brock Lesnar. That's why. Listen, I'm just going to entertain Kai Noto. I'll give you my opinion at the end of this hour. But his favorite fighter is Brock Lesnar. I You just can't make it up. That super chat was retarded. Hold on. Striations give it away. All right, so LX09. You sound like you know what you're talking about. What is delt striations? What is that? So I can take a look, because I want to take all the evidence in, okay? Because when I give you my opinion, I want to make sure I hear everything. I want to hear whether you think he is or isn't on steroids. I want to know. Now, it's not impossible. It really isn't, because if you think about it, he hasn't been tested by USADA. He has put on a lot of muscle. He's very vascular, you know? And if he's not getting tested, why not? I mean, you're a professional athlete. You're on a little bit of a losing skid. Why the fuck not? I think any athlete, when this is something that they are serious about and they are very competitive and like, okay, this is not working. Let's try. Hey, docs, you know, I got all the fucking money in the world. Give me something, you know. I wouldn't be surprised if any athlete would take something. You know, I would not be surprised, no matter who it is. Let's see. These people, imagine standing up for a rapist who cheats on her fiance while on coke. Well, coke is probably a good thing, and he has cheated. The videos that we did see, she wasn't his fiance, but it was his girlfriend, and that's wrong. And we have no clue if he ever raped anybody. So DeMar, we've said this before. We've known that he's thrown a dolly through a fucking bus. That is true. He's punched an old man in the face. All wrong things. And if you want to crucify him for those things, I have no problem with that. You could crucify away. But you're choosing, okay, rape. And why are you choosing rape? Because the other things aren't holding water, right? So now you're like, okay, let's think of the worst possible thing he was accused of, something he was innocent of, and let's throw that at him. That is a guilty argument. That is, if you're gonna go out there, I'm just gonna try to help you guys out. No matter who the person is, put aside Conor McGregor, anybody. Once you are wrong in an argument, you're gonna take false things or things that people are accused of and not proven guilty of, and throw it at them and hope that sticks too. It's silly. And as a man, to accuse someone of rape when they're proven innocent, it's kind of a low-life thing to do. Just saying. Because if I would say, I mean, I would hope I would never be in that situation and accused of something like that. But if I was accused of something and proven innocent, and then people were calling me a rapist, I would be like, what the fuck? Like, I don't understand why people do that, but you're not the only one. A lot of people, if you don't like someone, you'll find any way to crucify him. Accusing him of steroids. He was never proven guilty of steroids, yet people are throwing that out there. So they call him a rapist. He uses steroids. All things he's never been proven guilty of. Now, there's evidence. There's evidence over here that people are putting online, but nothing is really connecting, right? So I never understood that. Dude, he's acting way off. I was a fan of Law of Attraction, Conor 5 years ago. All right, so I'm fine with that. Because Conor on the rise up to the 145-pound belt is a completely different person than this Conor. This is the effect of money Conor. This is a Conor that I could understand why people don't like. I have no issues with that. But I don't know. The thing I do have an issue of, I don't like when a man accuses another man of something that they've been proven innocent of. Like, I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense. Like, you could nail Conor for a million other things, but why throw accusations out there that he hasn't been proven guilty of? And not just him. Like I said, anybody. It never made sense to me. Do you think he's going to be a better welterweight with his new shapes as Deadly Savage? I got to be honest with you. There's no evidence that Conor will win another fight. Nothing. We have no evidence that points into the direction, unless they give him a layup. Unless they try to throw a Tony Ferguson at him, you got a shot. But even that is dangerous in all sorts of ways. So we don't know what Conor's coming back. The guy had cardio issues, right? And he's running around with extra muscle. It seems to me like that just doesn't help the situation. So now, let's talk about these things here. Give me the accusations, the steroid stuff. Let me know why you guys, the 66% out there, I do want to know, why do you think he is on steroids? All right, muscle's the obvious. So what are the telltale signs? I mean, I have these circles over here. Is balding something that you're really going to hang your hat on? I just out of curiosity. Because I got to be honest with you, the dude was losing his hair when he had the ponytail. I don't know if you remember that. I don't know if you remember in the second Dustin Poirier fight, he shaved his head. And I'm pretty sure he shaved it because he was going fucking bald. Is Conor still in the testing program? Cool Breeze, I just showed that. So if you're coming in late, I'll show it again really quick. I have it, the USADA program here. Okay? So here's the smoking gun.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Optimistically cynical.
Only 14% of rape allegations make it to courting Island. If Conor was smashing phones and punching old people, we might cut him some slack, but raping somebody for rejecting advances doesn't seem out of character.
So you're going to assume he raped someone. That's a pretty big assumption. I don't know how any... Thank you for the donation. I am so against that. Honestly, could you imagine optimistically cynical? Could you imagine accusing someone of something when you don't know he did it, as horrible as rape is? Think about that. Put Conor aside. Accusing another human being of rape, even though he was proven innocent. And I understand what you're saying with the Ireland laws or whatever the fuck's going on over there. Here's the thing. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. None of us know. So I'm staying out of it. I have no fucking clue who's telling the truth. I have no fucking idea. All I know was he was proven innocent. And in my heart of hearts, I can't accuse anybody. John Jones hit a female that was pregnant, hit and run and flee the scene. Like, that's like a fact that actually happened. But to say that Conor McGregor raped somebody or anyone, accuse anyone of rape, not just Conor, and they were proven innocent, it's like the fucking biggest piece of shit move ever. Honestly, I don't know. As a man, I don't understand how you can accuse someone of something unless you were the one being raped or you had a family member, God forbid, that was through a trauma and you know for sure that person's telling the truth. Okay. Then the person that's being accused is a complete asshole. Honestly, should be fucking dead. Should be dead. Anyone that is guilty of raping someone should be fucking strung up and hung. I mean, it's the most horrible thing. Like, I couldn't even, like, it's just the most disgusting thing to do to somebody. Think about it. Accusing someone of that and not knowing the whole details is like bonkers to me. Bonkers. He did rape Al, though. That's true. I listen, put aside, if you don't like someone, if you don't like Conor, you have a million things to fucking nail him for that he's been guilty of. Do not try to fucking nail someone of something that they were proven innocent of. It makes you look stupid. Just saying. Jesus Christ. Then what is the court systems for? What is any of this stuff for? I understand there's corruptness out there. I get it. But what's the point? Let's just go Cain Velasquez and kill everybody. It's nuts, man. It's just crazy. I never understood that. And like I said, this is not just the Conor thing. It's the bigger picture. Like I never understood why we accuse people of things. It's just nuts. It's crazy to me. It's like fucking casting stones at someone you don't even know all the details. You're just fucking throwing stones at them. If you want to fucking say Conor threw the dolly through the bus and injure people, yes. Get him for that. Punching the old guy in the bar, which we still don't know the whole fucking story, but he still punched an old guy. Yes. Slapped the phone out of a fucking gay guy's hands. Yes. Yes. Go ahead, get him for that. But when you can't use those things and it's not enough, you got to take something, an accusation, a tale, and try to see if that sticks. You lost. You lost. You know, it's crazy, man. It really is crazy. But why are we talking about rape? He wasn't accused of that. We're talking about something else here that he's being accused of, not found guilty of. But you see, this is what I'm saying. Like, we're trying to talk about the steroids here, and everyone's like, well, I'm not sure if he's really on steroids, so let's go to rape. Let's go back. let's fucking move the vehicle back into the lane, okay? Let's stay within the white lines over here, and let's talk about the steroids. Because we need to get to the bottom of this. We need to figure this out. Like I said before, the smoking gun. And the thing that you can look at and say, this makes you think. We went through the years over here. I'll do them really quick. For the entire year. 2015 tested 8 times by USADA. 2016 tested 11 times by USADA. 2017, 6 times. 2018, 11 times. 2019, 7 times. 2020, 8 times. 2021, 11 times. Wow, that's a lot of tests, right? You go to the fourth quarter. You hit the search, nothing. 2021, fourth quarter, no tests by USADA. 2022, the year we're in right now, nothing. Empty. Emptiness. Now, here's the conversation. Here is the conversation. If you want to try something, if you want to create a conspiracy or whatever it is, you got something here. It's interesting. Why are you testing this guy all the time? How is this guy in the rankings? Let's see if he's still there before I run my mouth. There he is, number 11. He moved up a spot. How are you still in the rankings if you're not in the testing pool? Bang! Okay? There you go. There you go. Put the rape in the back pocket. You might have something here. You might just have something here. How is he still ranked number 11? How did he move up a spot? And he's not being tested. Hasn't been tested in 2022 and hasn't been tested in the fourth quarter of 2021. There is where we have an issue. Let me know in the chat what you think about that.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Kainoto.
Moss, I think you missed the point. Conor's juice has blinded your eyes. What people are saying is Conor is a scumbag, punching people, airing videos of his wife sucking his dick, throwing dollies. He's got so many strikes against him. Details. Lol.
Okay. So I noticed you didn't mention rape now. Ladies and gentlemen, they listen. They fucking listen. There is a God. There is a God. Woo! Baby, we did it. Red panty night for everybody. Woo! Woo! We did it. All right. Thank you. If you want to criticize something, criticize them. If you don't like a guy getting his dick sucked on a yacht by his wife, all right, he's guilty of that. If you don't like him punching a guy in a bar, well, all right, he's guilty of that. I've got my dick sucked, not on a yacht. I've punched a guy in a bar. So I'm cool with it. I don't care. What else did he say in there? Conor's a scumbag. All right. All right, that's your opinion. That's fine. That's fine. Can't deny it. He's a very obnoxious human being. So if you don't like that character, I get it. I get it. I completely get it. You have a right to that opinion, and I respect that. Thank you, I Got Shotgun, for hanging with the boys over here. Let's go. What did you get dick sucks in the chat? Parking lot? Not a bad time. Not a bad time. I've been there. That's pretty good. Where's the best place to get your dick sucked? A yacht?
Wonderful, wonderful.
That's a terrible thing. Michael O'Brien.
The jealousy in large portion of fans towards Conor is very sad. Grown men using their energy to try drag down the most successful money-making martial artist ever. I'll use a Conor quote to sum this up. Winners focus on winning. Losers focus on winners.
There you go. I mean, you're not wrong. Here's the thing. I understand why people don't like Conor. I completely get that. And I have no problem with that. My problem lies when people start making shit up. And they try to, go with that stuff. That's where I have the problem. But anything that you want to pin Conor with that he's been guilty of, yeah, knock yourself out. And if you don't like his obnoxious ways on Instagram, listen, I've done streams too where it's like enough's enough. Like, let's just, I like the fighter Conor. I don't give a shit about any of this stuff. All this nonsense going on here, I don't give a fuck about it. I'm happy he's happy. Great. Knock yourself. You're rich. Good. You're making a movie. Perfect. Knock yourself out. I want to see him fight. Like, I like Fight Week Conor. I like that whole spiel. I like arguing with the community about that. But it just, the problem is, people have such a hatred for this guy, right? Because he's a piece of shit, right? Okay. There's a lot of piece of shits out there. A lot of piece of shits out there. To me, this guy is literally on the lower end of the piece of shit department. I could think of many other piece of shits to focus on rather than Conor McGregor. I couldn't give a fuck. He's not affecting anyone near me or around me at all in any way. Not one athlete is no athlete is affecting me in a way where I would have to run around on the internet and scream and yell. You know, it just never happens. But it's a fascinating thing. We're talking about the guy on steroids, and if you notice, everyone is starting to talk about everything else, proving my point. It's like once they start saying, "Oh, hold on a second, maybe he's not on steroids, or maybe he is on steroids. I don't know. I'm a little confused. Let's talk about everything else." It's a weak move. It's a scared move. You got to do better. You got to do better than that if you're going to fucking try to tear this man down.
Wonderful, wonderful.
The sequel to Roadhouse is going to be changed to Rape House now that Conor is on board. Hold your applause. Airing your wife sucking your 1-inch dick is probably worse than rape.
So that's another thing. So Kainoto, I love Kainoto. He's the best. He's accusing him of having a 1-inch dick. When the fuck did you see his dick? He was accused innocent of rape. He's going after the size of his cock. I don't know when he saw that. But like, this is what I'm saying. It's just proving the point of tonight's stream. What is going on? If you don't like the guy because he's been losing and he's an obnoxious asshole that flaunts his money around, you got something. Go ahead. Hate him for that. But it's just so weird. The messages about the steroids. Let's try to get back. Let's try to get back on the road. Let me turn that. This thing, I don't have any more power steering in this thing anymore. It's very tough to turn. Let's get back on the road of the steroids. I brought up the USADA thing. The fact that he hasn't been tested for since 2021, the fourth quarter wasn't tested to now. Let's get back on track. Steroids is where we're trying to be right now. And small penises and rape, it's where you guys want to be. I don't understand.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Optimistically cynical.
When I jumped on the stream, you were talking about the rape allegations. I never said he raped anybody, but he did retire the same day the article came out about an Irish sports star being investigated. Probably a coincidence. #freakily.
I don't even remember. When I was talking about the rape, it was addressing... I don't know what the fuck I was addressing.
Conor Cosby.
See, I can appreciate that one. That's good. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. What was the other thing he said over there? Rape allegations. He's retired how many times now? He stole that move from Floyd Mayweather. He has retired not because of the rape thing. He has retired, what, 4 times now? He has retired 4 times. Are you saying that he raped someone each and every time he retired? Or I don't understand. Let's talk about steroids. Let's try this again. Let's give this another shot. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. So here's Conor. So the situation with USADA, we discussed that. Here is his most recent post, and he's doing some pull-ups. I guess he's filming the movie now. I think that's what's happening over here. He's got like these weird posts coming up. But he's Batman apparently. And yeah, I think he's filming a movie. I think he's in DR or something. That Jake Gyllenhaal movie that they're filming, which just goes to show you the guy's not going to be fighting anytime soon. So he's getting all buff for this movie. This picture over here, I want to ask the people. So this is one of his more recent pictures. The guy's in good shape, right? But I got to be honest with you, like, I don't see steroids here, at least. The steroid situation in this picture, it must be photoshopped, because I don't know. I don't see marks. Did he get them surgically removed, his marks? His injection mark. How do injection marks? Oh, is that one over there? Hold on a second. Let's see. Let's try to get in on this. There could be evidence. Is that one right there? Maybe. I don't know. There's too much tiger going on over here. But looking at Conor in this picture, okay, you've seen him all swollen up when he's in those the lighting where the light's directly above him and everything looks great. Here's it straight on him. And I just see a fucking dude that's fucking flexing, right? I don't see steroids here. Zoom in on it, on the Izzy. Oh, God. And now, is there a gyno here? Do you see something with the nipples? I need the people out there because in order for me to make this conclusion tonight, I need to have all the evidence. Is there something with the nipple? Is there maybe this nipple over here, it's going in a different direction, perhaps? Is that what's going on? Is anything here show me anything that says, hey, man, this guy's on steroids? Because I got to be honest here, I'm not a steroid expert. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. All I'm seeing is a guy fucking flexing, so I don't know. He's got big nipples for an Irish guy. Is that... he's on Music Juice, horrible angle and lighting too. This is horrible lighting. It's straight on him. I don't understand. It's literally straight on him. So here's I've been guilty of this too. Hold on a second.
Wonderful.
Got a donation coming in over here.
His potato nose. Take a look at that giant swollen thing. It's about as swollen as the girl's body he dumped overboard on his yacht. Water retention, especially in the nose, is a sign, for those who know. Look at Vitor.
All right, so water thank you. The water retention in the nose. What do you guys think? Yeah, let's zoom in on this. Okay, the schnoz does look big. He's always had a big schnoz though, but I guess it's bigger, right? With age, you do your nose and ears do get bigger, and if you get punched in the nose multiple times over and over again, that doesn't help, right? But maybe it's water. Maybe it's water retention. What do you think, guys? Is Kainoto onto something? Is that water retention here? Let's get another angle because the nose angle not the best, right? So let's see what else we got over here. Okay, here we go. Here's a fat schnoz. Okay. All right. Do you guys see the water retention? HGH causes the nose to grow. Okay. So here, let's look at Conor's nose here. Okay. Here we go. Another nose picture over here. It looks like a shanty. I got to be honest with you. This looks like every drunk Irishman's nose. They must all be on steroids. This is like every fucking Irishman's nose. All my Irish buds, they all have a fucking nose like this. All right, hold on a second. But it's usually red from all the alcohol. Let's go to an old picture of Conor. Okay, we got to get to the bottom of this. We got to figure this out, man. We got to do the right thing. Let's see. Conor McGregor. Okay. We're going to do let's see when he fought for the belt at let's see, Eddie Alvarez. Okay, let's just see the difference in the schnoz. All right, so let's get a nice close picture of Conor when he beat Eddie. I need a close picture of Conor. Give me a close one. Okay, I guess this is... All right, here we go. Eddie! Okay, here we go. If you're just jumping in, we're trying to figure out if Conor McGregor's on steroids. Okay, I mean, I don't know. Hold on a second here. Now, of course, he's a lot lighter, right? It looks pretty big to me, but maybe I'm missing something, possibly. Okay, here's him here. Does it look a little fatter? I wish I could do a side-by-side here. It still looks like they fucking parked a giant fucking... I don't know. Look how much thin his nose is. Hold on. Let's see if I can get a straight-on shot. Here we go. Here's a straight-on shot. Okay. Oh my God, he looks like my friend's father. He's a shanty Irishman. Okay. Here's further away. We gotta get nice and close here. I mean, okay. Does anyone see? Does anyone see anything here? Is the nose something? He's been now. Listen, he's been punched more times in that nose. That's true. He has gained weight, and he's on steroids. Look how big his hand got too. Is hand growth due to why is his hand so fucking big? What the fuck happened to his hand? Oh my god! Now let me ask you a question: does hand growth, when you do steroids, does it affect hand growth? Because his hand looks pretty big too. I mean, that is his monstrous left. So maybe that's what gives him the power, that gigantic hand. He looks like Santa Claus. He does. He's looking old, man. HGH also causes hand growth. See, there you go. So maybe that's what it is. HGH. See, maybe we might have found something here. Hands get bigger when you are rapey. Is that rape hand? That's the biggest fucking hand I've ever. That's a big fucking hand. That could be a TRT hand right there, or I don't know, whatever steroid he's using. Nose and ears always grow forever for sure. Yeah, as you get older, my nose has grown significantly bigger. Within the last fucking 10 years, my nose and ears have just progressively gotten bigger. His nose is tore up from cocaine. Yeah, maybe it's the coke. Maybe he needs like wider nostrils for cocaine. Could be. We solved it. The potato gets smaller. Let's go back to the poll over here. We're trying to figure it out. We're going to get to it, man. In about 7-8 minutes, I'm going to give you my opinion on the situation. Is Conor McGregor on steroids right now? 65% of the community saying yes.
Wonderful, wonderful.
65%.
Brother Conor now has a full-blown blubber nose compared to his old pics. Bring P a picture of Belfort and look at his nose. And yes, HGH makes your hands and head grow too.
Okay.
Fucking blubber fucking nose.
There you go.
Hashtag Idaho potato.
Oh man, we could be solving it right now. I think we might have figured it out. Due to the USADA, he has not been tested since the fourth quarter of 2021. His hands have significantly gotten bigger. His nose a lot bigger. On top of the other things he's accused of. Let's not forget, there are other things that people out there are accusing of. So, I mean, there's a lot of evidence here. Let's look at the Twitter. And here you go. I don't know about the marks. I think the marks might have got debunked. But he does have a bald spot back there, which I have noticed him balding for many years. But people are saying this is due to steroids. Okay? Maybe. Just maybe. It's funny. I see like Rocky Marciano's and some of these boxers out there. Their noses get bigger too. They must have been on steroids, right? All these boxers that are out there, it has to be steroids. Right? I mean, it's got to be. Why else would your nose get bigger? If you're getting punched in the face, I would imagine steroids, right? Break down those 2021 numbers a little further for a year where McGregor fought once in January and once in July. It looks like USADA largely stepped away once he started rehab. Yes. Oh, 100%. I'll pull it back up. There's no doubt about it. It does seem like that is the case. So here's your USADA testing. And we'll go through the quarter of 2021 over here. The first quarter, four tests for Conor in the first quarter. In the second quarter, he was tested 6 times. And then in the third quarter, it dropped drastically to 1 time. And then fourth, nothing. So he was pretty regular. They went strong in the second, for sure, 6 times. Third quarter, 1 time, and then that was it. But I think the 1 time was after he was injured, right? And when he was on his yacht and he said USADA showed up, I think that was the last time they tested him. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that was the case. So it is interesting, the fact that he hasn't been tested. Because I don't understand how you could be ranked. I don't understand how you could be in the UFC rankings and not be in the testing pool, especially if it's a year. You haven't been tested for a fucking year. That's pretty weird. Like, if I was a fighter, I'd be pissed.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Based on these nose allegations, Artie Lang must be the biggest pet abuser ever. Google Artie Lang's fucked up nose.
I know, it's so fucking bad, man. It's so bad. Thank you, Tropic Tom. Appreciate that. Let's see. Someone said check Discord.
Super chat.
Nate Diaz has entered the chat.
Nate Diaz is in the chat. What up, Nate Diaz? How you doing, bud? Look at that. The great Nate Diaz is in the chat. Thank you, John Price. Thank you, Tropic Tom. Sober Carl said check Discord. Okay, here we go. Talking about Vitor. There's Vitor. Over here. What do we look? I mean, we're looking at Dad Bod Vitor. And then Juiced to the Gills Vitor. What am I looking at besides that? His nose? Or maybe this? This fucking ape is definitely on steroids. Definitely. All right, let's get a couple of comments in the chat, and then I'm going to give you my opinion to the Conor McGregor on steroid situation. Now, keep in mind, I did say we went back and forth with Kamaru Usman. I took all the details in. Jesse is hard saying Kamaru's on steroids. I was like, I don't know for sure. Is it impossible? No. I don't think it is impossible. I mean, there's always a chance that you could be beating the system some way, but I'm still going with no on that, although I'm still getting lit on fire for ripping apart Usman when I said he's not on steroids. Whatever. But let's see what the chat says here. I got a recent pic of Conor in there. TRT, everyone on steroids. Nate Diaz. Conor making movies, doesn't need to fight anymore. Says, no, he doesn't. He doesn't. Andrew Tate versus McGregor. Conor got some of Chen Killer's special juice. Man, I've been studying steroids because I want to take them. I tell you, Conor is on roids, no doubts, is Ronnie. Okay? Go back on Discord and show everyone Conor's HGH potato. All right, I'll show him later. Roids, nah, bro. I looked like that after Dirty Bulking for like 12 months. Why don't we look at Conor that fought Cowboy at 170 back in 2020? That's a more closer image to what he weighs currently. Oh, you mean with the, hold on a second. He weighs currently. Extra weight muscle is the answer. Casuals. How long you streaming tonight? We'll see how many saves we get. USADA deferred to the UFC when asked if McGregor is currently enrolled in the UFC USADA testing program. Cocaine use. Yeah, does cocaine grow your nose? All right, let me give you my opinion over here. Okay. So when I actually watched that video of that doctor that Kamaru Usman called out on Joe Rogan, the guy from, I think he's from Canada, and I think Kainoto said he watched this guy too. He put out a video, what was it, like 2 or 3 months ago? I can't remember how long it was. But the guy actually is intelligent. I kind of ripped on him and I didn't know who he was. And then I watched his video. I was like, this guy's actually pretty well spoken. Seems like he's well knowledgeable about the subject. I don't know anything about steroids. I have a friend that was on steroids. Actually, I have 2 friends that were on steroids. And they basically, I saw what they gained from it and with the benefits of steroids if you do use steroids. And I have friends that are not on steroids and family members that have gotten jacked, more jacked than the steroid guys. It all depends, right? It all depends how you use this stuff. And you just still got to work out. You still got to live that lifestyle. You got to eat well. You got to do all that stuff. It's just the steroids, gives you a little extra oomph, I guess. I don't know. But, this picture that just popped up over here, one of his more recent pictures, just looks like a guy in really good shape. You look at this over here, the flexing and everything like that. Now you listen, the guy is fucking yoked. There's no doubt about it. He's got veins popping out, the whole deal. But this is a classic example of the lights being directly over him where all the shadowing looks perfect. I mean, you see those hard shadows. They make any fucking muscle bulge out and pop out. Like, that's the trick. If you're going to take an Instagram photo, you got to make sure that fucking lighting's like directly over you on a little bit of an angle where you could have all that fucking heavy ass shadowing and shit like that. Here's the deal. Is it impossible? Is this guy to say he is not on steroids? You can't say that. You just can't go out there and say, oh, it's impossible. He's completely clean. You can't say that. But I've seen, this guy is a professional athlete. This guy has more money than all of us put together. He's eating 6 meals a day, prepared for him by a fucking special chef. He's got the best trainers in the fucking world. The dude is constantly training for movies and trying to recover to fight and this and that. If he took steroids, I wouldn't be surprised because you want to recover quickly. You want to get back on the horse and kick some ass. You've been losing. I understand the reasoning behind it, but I have to be honest with you. I don't think he is on steroids. I don't. I honestly don't, because to me, when you're on steroids, you're fucking jacked. Like you don't look human. And I understand you could look like this and still be on steroids. I get that. But this man is a professional athlete. This is not you or me. And I got to be honest with you. I have friends that look like this. I know people that look like this that are clean. Completely clean. So let me just say this right now. If you're jealous of a guy with a lot of muscles, get back to work. Get back to fucking work. A lot of people out there are taking... Here's the people that are criticizing him. It's the Joe Schmo throwing the potato chips in the mouth. It's Joe Schmo that's hitting the gym and not getting the results they want. And it's Joe Schmo on the steroids that's jacked to the gills and pissed off that guys are actually getting results like this without steroids. Those are the big three out there. There are three people that are going after this guy. That's it. It's that fucking simple. It's not brain surgery, guys. This dude won 2 titles clean. Won 2 titles. Became the first real double champ in the UFC. This man is a fucking top tier athlete. Is he the best UFC fighter of all time? No, not even close. Not even close. But he's a UFC athlete, and he has the resources with his money to find the best trainers, therapists, fucking food, what's it called? Chefs, everything. The dude's got people serving him, licking his fucking feet. Of course you could attain this if you're rich and motivated. Of course. It's not impossible. Is it impossible? I mean, listen, it could be possible that he's on steroids. It could be possible anyone's on steroids. I'm not saying it's completely ridiculous to think that. But to fucking have this witch hunt and try to say, oh my God, he's on steroids, he's on steroids, there's no doubt in my mind. That's an impossibility. And these stupid fucking things coming out here, oh, these are injection marks. He's going bald. His nose is getting bigger. Guys, age, baby. The guy's in his mid-30s. He's getting fucking older. Your nose, your ears, your fucking hair pops out of your head. Shit happens. Shit happens. If you're gonna criticize someone, any athlete, any human being, get your facts together. Make sure they are guilty. Conor fails a drug test. Okay. He's not in the testing pool. You could ask the question. Sure. You could doubt the situation. Sure. But innocent until proven guilty. Case closed, motherfucker. That's it. It's that simple. To the people out there, stop sliding into the DMs. Stop sending me messages. He's on steroids. Oh, yeah, you're not talking about it anymore. If you find him guilty, if he is guilty, if any athlete is guilty, I will entertain it. Israel Adesanya, he's not on steroids. Listen, I went out there, made jokes, this and that. He has been clean. They have USADA. They test the guy. He's clean. It is what it is. I would love to say Izzy's on steroids, but he's not. Kamaru Usman is not on steroids. Conor McGregor's not on steroids. When you find them on steroids, you can come back around and say, ha, I told you. But until then, shut your fucking mouth. You know what I'm saying here? Case closed.
I'm just on pussy juice 100% just like Conor.
Pussy juice. Listen, stop being jealous. At the end of the day, stop being so jealous, everybody. If you want to crack a couple of jokes here, sure, God, knock yourself out. Yeah, he's juiced up, this and that. His fucking whatever. Cool. The guy's throwing dollies. He's doing this. Knock yourself out. But pump the brakes after a while. Take a breath. Chill. Stop going on a witch hunt. You're just going to get disappointed in the long run. It's just how it is. Time for the save the show, baby. Time for the save the show. We got 5 minutes on this clock over here. If you want to get to the phone lines and you want to debate the mystical Moss, let's dance. I'm ready. I'm here. I've noticed a lot of people are scared to call the show. A lot of people are afraid to get into the fucking octagon with Mystic Moss and go toe-to-toe on a topic. A lot of people are afraid. I will give you a chance to talk. got to drop a donation. Any donation that comes in, we will add that to the clock. We got 5 minutes on his puppy. $5, 5 minutes, $10, 10 minutes, $20, 20 minutes, and so on and so forth. If you want to dance with the Mystic Moss, or if you want to talk about the UFC fights that happened Saturday, Canelo Alvarez that happened Saturday, you want to talk about Floyd Mayweather that's happening on this Saturday, drop a donation. Go ahead, people. Let me know in the chat what you think of what I said. Please. Colby is the last natty fighter. Mike Perry is my favorite black fighter. Please call Canelo. He has been snorting picograms. That is why his nose. Canelo has low testosterone. Gets 0 women. No, I think Canelo. I think he's half and half. I think he's half trolling and half serious.
Wonderful.
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Moss sounding like the Emmett Till trial defense team.
You know, here's the thing, though. Like, at the end of the day, I get it. People don't like him. I'm cool with that. I don't give a shit. I don't care about any of that. It's just weird when you constantly get messages from people, you know, spreading, like, just rumors. You know, like, then it's like, what are we doing? When has life gotten that bad? We're going to add 2 minutes to the clock over here. 2 minutes have been added to the clock. Thank you, Optimistically Cynical. Appreciate that.
Super chat.
John Price coming in another 2 minutes.
Connor's just on that golden proper juice lol.
Now, if you want us to throw cocaine out at him, listen, we don't have evidence of that, but I've had his training partner, a person that was very close to him on the show saying there's no doubt in his mind that he is on cocaine. That's a pretty reliable source that we had on the show. So, yeah, I would say cocaine. And let's be honest. I mean, I don't think if you said, hey, Connor, you ever had coke? I'm pretty sure he would agree to that. Cocaine is probably something that is flowing through his nostrils at many times. All right, so we got 4 minutes that we're going to extend the show. I thank you guys so much. We have 2 minutes on the clock. Let's see. It doesn't lie. I knew it. I knew it. Oh, man. Oh, shit.
You hear that jam?
I do remember that jam.
I have class, so I can't call in. I'd like to say that I have never taken pets, but I have noticed an increase in size and bulk while being on a regular KFC diet. Just finished a 2-piece with mac and cheese.
Whoa!
Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
9 minutes. We're going to add 9 minutes to the clock. There's still 2 minutes left over here. If you'd like to be a hero, a savior of the Monday night show, drop a donation. If not, no worries, because we do have the Contender Series tomorrow night, and it's going to be a banger. Tomorrow night's actually going to be wonderful, wonderful. There's a 17-year-old fighting on the card, and our friend Echeverria is fighting on the card as well from the Goat Shed. So I'm really looking forward to tomorrow's Contender Series. If you're not losing sleep over this, then it's all good. Yes, that's true. And you know what, Sober Carl? Unfortunately, there are people out there that they just can't get it out of their head. It's wild. You go from chat to chat, forum to forum, and you'll see the same people yelling and screaming about the same thing over and over again. And I don't understand how you can let another human being that doesn't even know you exist penetrate your head like Conor McGregor does to these fans. Like, I don't get it, man. This guy has like some fucking magical like stranglehold over the people out there. Like, it's just nuts. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen like how a certain person just lives rent free in so many people's heads. It's nuts. Here's him on set getting ready to shoot with Jake Gyllenhaal with his with his fucking banana hammock on, his 1-inch cock. There he is on set. 47 seconds left. Will we get another save? Let's see. Will we get another save? I'd like to talk to the people.
Super chat.
Let's go, Alfredo.
People need to stop taking things so personally.
Yes, 100%. You just got to go with the flow. Don't let that hate penetrate your brain. It fucks everything up, man. It makes you start talking all crazy and shit. If you don't like someone, it's all good. You're allowed to not like somebody. No problem with that. But don't let that shit fucking possess your mind to the point where you can't function anymore. By the way, 19 more minutes of showtime. Let's go. 19 more minutes. Very nice.
Aw,
Whoa.
super chat.
Dave came in at the buzzer. Drops a 499. Let's go. All right, I'm going to add 25 minutes to the clock. I thank everyone. Thank you guys for dropping donations and supporting this wild circus of a show. When we come back from the break, I'm going to add 25. Hold on, let's add 25 minutes to the clock. When we come back from this quick break, I'm going to open up the phone lines and I'm going to talk to the people. And if you guys are scared and you don't want to call in, that's fine. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that because we have a lot of topics to get through. I could actually talk about the UFC fight that happened with the Cut City, baby. So many cuts going down with Yadong Song and Sandhagen. The big win of Gregory Rodriguez, which we've slid in his DM. Let's see if he's having a baby. I just found out he's having a baby, so chances are we're not going to land that anytime soon, but I want to get him back on the show. Let's see. All right, well, we're gonna do another guest. Okay. All right. Once we take this quick break, we'll be right back with 25 more sexy minutes of show. Hit the like button if you haven't done so yet. And we have a lot of stuff to get to tonight. A lot of stuff. 25 minutes. We're going to pack it in. We're going to open up the phone lines. We're going to talk to the people. We're going to hang with the boys. Thank you guys for the donations. Appreciate that. We will be right. What the? Right back. Gotta go do some cocaine and steroids.
Cause I'm a CBDX.com boy. We sell legal Delta ATHC weed. It will get you very stoned. We sell gummies, yeah. Buzz-based oil and etc. And they post on Twitter. Oh yeah, hey, on CBDX.com. You better get with them. You're gonna get real high. You're gonna get that tree. You're gonna get real down loud from the island boys. You're gonna get all down. And so from the ground, you be smoking bud. You be smoking trees. We a different breed. You smoking green and pearl, and then you create a hurt, yeah. You better get with CBDX.com, cause we some CBDX.com boy. You better tap in on the website, Island Boys, right now.
When it comes to underwear, there's nothing more important than comfort. Why empty your pockets for generic underwear that loses comfort, quality, and style when you can slip into a pair of Sheath and get even more out of your daily wear? With Sheath underwear, you can treat your jewels like royalty as they are given their own private sanctum, keeping them secure and you in a state of bliss. Get 20% off Sheath now using promo code MMA-Holes. That's MMA-HOLES with the link in the description below.
And for the ladies?
Absolutely! Sheath isn't just for men. Ladies can now experience Sheath's style, comfort, and functionality too. Sheath for women is crafted using a signature modal elastine fabric blend for form-fitting breathability that will not affect the natural pH environment or the microclimate of the skin while producing that long-lasting, unimpeded comfort. Use promo code MMA-Holes, MMA-HOLES for 20% off at sheathunderwear.com.
We so long. Roids. Now is your time to talk about Conor McGregor and the steroids. Let's go, baby. As we've shown some evidence that USADA has not been testing Conor McGregor. The people are saying all the craziness about his nose. They're adding the nose to the thing now. His traps are massive. The veins are pumping out of his shoulders. He's got gyno. He's got injections. He's got it all, Conor McGregor. Now is your time to call the show. There is a Discord link in the description. If you would like to call the show, use the link, find our icon, and just hit call. It's that simple. Call up and let's talk Conor McGregor and the sauce. Let's do it. I want to say something that I did forget in my previous mentions. The gentleman that I did watch, Plates, what's the guy's name? Kainoda, you were the guy that I was talking about last time. More plates, more dates. More plates, more rapes. What was this guy's name? Anyway, he basically said, Conor was basically saying that he added 30 some odd pounds of muscle to his body, and he was basically showing how it's impossible. Like, this is not a body that has 32 more pounds of muscle on it. This is 10 pounds of muscle tops onto his body. More plates, more dates. That guy, yeah. Yeah, I was watching that guy's video because he seemed like he was talking about. And I kind of agree with him. It's not like Conor McGregor, he's not walking around, like he's walking around in great shape, don't get me wrong. But it doesn't seem like the type of guy to put on 30 pounds of muscle. So it's like people are like, oh, he put on 30 pounds of muscle, the guy is massive, this and that. No, he said he put on 30 pounds of muscle. That's not a fact. The guy's, he's gotten big, no doubt. But, the experts are looking at it and they're even saying, that doesn't look like 30 pounds of muscle on the dude. So let's get the phone calls fired up. Let's talk to the people here. And let's get to the bottom of this. Still the poll, 373 votes. 65% of our community says that Conor McGregor is on steroids. Call the show. Call up and get your voice heard, please. Please, I need to hear you. All right, let's see who we got here. One person. 2 joints. You there, buddy? Two joints.
Can you hear me?
Yes. How's it going, bud?
That's great. I hope you and Jesse are doing great. Just be a short call because there's only so much time tonight. But
okay.
I'd like to touch on what the plates of Gilbert Grapes was saying about Conor.
Okay.
So obviously so Conor's put on all this fucking weight. Like, it's just disgusting to see him with his mouth open and shirt off. And every picture you show, Moss, I'm just fucking repulsed. But he's not on steroids. He has, you said it right earlier, he has the time, he has the trainers, he's probably eating proper. He's like Khabib. You notice how big Khabib got? These guys are getting older too, Moss. Like, when we get a little older, buddy, you and me are going to look great with a few extra pounds in our face because it's just called life. So fuck all this steroid bullshit, and fuck Conor. I don't even want to talk about him anymore. That fucking cocksucker. So, and what you were saying about when you hear about people being wrongly accused of stuff like that, Moss, like especially rape or anything like murder, you know what the problem is in society is? The thing that would put all these lawyers out of business, 2 words, it's called a polygraph test. Now, they use it in some cases for some certain reasons, but fuck, if they use it all the time, Moss, you can't cheat the fucking thing. Case closed. Like, why take years and years to fucking, I know it sounds pretty far-fetched, but I know I'm pretty smart, so
yeah, no, I agree.
Throw it out there.
I agree. You know what it is? It's like that
because
small.
There's nothing worse than
the lawyers are basically like that small.
I totally get it.
That small percentage chance, or sometimes the lawyers don't completely believe their client or whatever, and they got to defend them anyway. So they're better off just saying, "Hey, our case is strong." That's probably why they do it.
Look at that Boston bomber, that poor fucking white security guard. They stressed him out for years, accusing him of being the bomber, and he wasn't. He ended up getting colon cancer and he died. And like, it's just fucking bullshit. But anyways, so just a quick call, and I think you're probably the second worst poker player I've ever seen in my life. A7. I couldn't sleep last night. Fucking A7, and oh fuck, buddy. But anyways, yeah, if the wife shows up, tell her Candace says hi. So.
Okay, thank you.
On to the next call.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's 2 joints coming in. Look, wow, that's actually surprising. I thought he was gonna go on the steroid run, but he didn't. So there's Two Joints' point of view. Let me know in the chat what you think of Two Joints' call. And yes, I did terrible on my it was my night, man. On the second channel, we played a little poker. I had a good time doing it, though. I had a lot of fun. So I hope you guys that tuned in had fun. Let's see what we got here. We got some people calling now. We got Sonosi. Sonosi, what? Aren't you in Australia?
Yes, I am.
What the heck? Oh, you're calling from Australia? Wow.
Aussie.
It doesn't sound like you're good. Your Wi-Fi is a little jammed up, though. I think a kangaroo is messing with it.
Oh, yeah, it is. I know. I just wanted to shout for you guys real quick because I figured it would be fucked up over here.
Very nice. All right. Well, I hope you're having a good time over there.
I will. I see no UFC this weekend. That sucks.
No. But we're going to do a Floyd Mayweather reaction.
Oh, God.
That's going to be good.
Correct.
Your Wi-Fi is real choppy. I'm getting like every other word.
Okay, no, that's cool. I will see you guys sometime next week then.
All right. Safe travels. Safe travels, man. There's the 1.5K King calling into the show, checking in. We got Comic Unicorn here. Comic Unicorn, welcome to the show.
Hey, good evening. How are you doing, Moss?
I'm doing wonderful. How you doing?
Oh, I'm well. I'm tired. A little bit tired from training today and just the day in general, but it's fine. We're here. And so I said on the super chat, I said that people need to stop taking things so personally. The reason why I said that is because there used to be a time where I couldn't stand Conor McGregor. You know, it was from 2015 to 2017, like up until he fought Floyd Mayweather, I couldn't stand Conor.
Wow.
I was like, oh, fuck Conor, fuck this, fuck that. But then eventually, I don't know what it was. Something changed, and I just got tired of it. And even sillier, like I wasn't the type of person that would post online or anything like that. I would kind of bottle it up inside. And looking back on it, it was such a dumb reason. You know, Conor doesn't know I exist. Nothing's like, for example, like when he knocked out Jose Aldo, I was heartbroken. But all the whining and complaining in the world wasn't going to change the fact that it happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you can't change the outcome, if you have no control over it, like why should you get upset? And this isn't just an MMA thing. This is also when it comes to sports. You know, I try not to take things very personally. Like when my team loses, like I'll be upset in the moment, but then after that, you know, life goes on.
Yeah, see, I'm still working on that. My team sports. Like with the UFC, I'm good. Like a fight happens, I'm like, oh, that sucks. And then literally 10 minutes later, I'm just like, I'm over it. But with my team sports, I got to work on that better. Here's the thing, though. I got better with not running around on the internet and going back and forth with people as much as I did before. I fell into that trap as well. So I understand where people are coming from. But like now that you could look back, right? And you see how you were acting back then. Isn't it fucking ridiculous?
Yeah, it's ridiculous, especially like in my case. I was just bottling it up for no reason when I had better things to do.
It's so crazy.
Like
yeah.
School it's crazy. But, you know, I'm glad that I've learned and grown from it. Yeah, definitely team sports is a lot more difficult, though, than when it comes to the UFC.
You know why, for me, with team sports, I don't give a shit about the player. Like, I root for players, but I stopped, like, giving a shit about the name on the jersey. I care about the colors. It's almost like, I don't know, it's weird. It's like a badge of honor wearing that color of that team. So I'm a Giants fan, and I go hard with my blue. You know, that's what it is. But I can't have a certain human being, like, affect my life too much. I just can't do it. I just feel like it's just, I can't let them get to me like that. Because, like we said, you don't know them. They don't know us. They don't give a shit about what we're doing in our lives, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, overall, so you're a Giants fan. So speaking of not taking things personally, so I'm a Cowboys fan.
Oh my God, get out of here.
Yeah. No, please. Like, I just want to say, like, I'm not that delusional Cowboys fan that's yelling and screaming, "Oh, this is our year!" Like, I'm not like that.
Mm-hmm.
Never been like that.
Well, how old are you?
But again, I'm 23.
Oh, okay. So you were born when? I can't do the math right now. But...
I was born in '99, so well after they won their last Super Bowl, and I mean they haven't done much.
Okay.
Since I've been watching, honestly.
There you go. So yeah, but, you are a different Cowboy fan. You're not the Cowboy fans I grew up with were entitled like Yankee fans. So like because they always won, right? And I get it, man. If you're always winning, you got that. You puff out your chest. So you've been through some tough times. So I respect that.
Yeah. You know, I grew well. My dad was the big Cowboys fan. He got me into it. He's also, I like to say that he's also like a realistic fan. He's not delusional or any kind of way. I'm glad, because if not, then I would be like puffing up my chest and screaming. The reality is that Dallas, I mean, even now, I mean, they haven't really been the best structured organization in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Now I don't want to. And yeah, I just wanted to say that. By the way, we play all next week actually on Monday Night Football, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that's gonna be wild. And I don't want to talk about it too long, but Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving, I'm excited about too. We got you guys on Thanksgiving. That's nuts.
Yeah, that is nuts. And oh god, I hope we win, because last week here was poor. No, because seriously, it's been miserable. Okay, this last thing before we move on. Thanksgiving has been miserable since I've been a Cowboys fan. It's been atrocious, awful. But anyways, we'll see what happens there. Yeah, good. You know, may the best team win. And yeah, sorry, I didn't want to get onto football too much, but quick things before I go. Yeah, so the two big fights on Saturday, I got a chance to see both of them. I enjoyed watching Cory Sandhagen versus Song Yadong. Really good technical fight, which is something that I'm kind of used to with Cory. And yeah, I think Song Yadong showed that he still has a lot of potential. What do you think?
After listening to Cory Sandhagen, who was he on? ARIEL today. I did hear him. He had a lot of respect for Song Yadong with his power and how much of an athlete he was. The way he spoke about him, he's like basically said he's never fought anyone as good as him. Like a lot of respect. And if he didn't get cut, the way those scores were going, you never know, man. Yadong might have won. Who knows?
Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, that fight could have been 2-2. I mean, leading up, and I haven't looked at the scorecards, but that could have been 2-2. And in my opinion, I think Song deserves another opponent that's ranked higher than above him. Mm-hmm. He deserves that chance.
That's right. Okay.
And then, yeah. And then Canelo, Triple G3. I mean, I knew Canelo was gonna win. He's got the youth, the speed. I thought that was gonna be the difference. You know, feel bad for Triple G. He should have won the first fight, and the second fight very close. But you know, it's crazy. That second fight had a better argument for being a draw than the first fight, but they gave it to Canelo. Could have gone either way. And yeah, I mean, respect to both guys, but it sucks because I like both guys.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was tailor-made for Canelo for sure, but well, at least we're done with that. All right, well, hey man, thanks for the call.
Yeah, and shout out to Gregory Rodriguez. Fuck yeah, let's go, baby.
Nice win, right? That was a nice win. I'm dying to get him back on. All right, man, be good.
Thank you.
All right, there we go. Comic Unicorn. By the way, the Mets have made the playoffs. Solid win again tonight. Let's go. All right, no more team sports. Jesse, okay. Have you heard anything that's been going on tonight? Any of the craziness?
Just like the last 20 minutes.
Okay. Did you see the breakdown? And I want to get Jesse's opinion on this before we get back into the calls. If you want to call the show, Discord, link in the description down below. But Conor McGregor, you've seen the messages. I mean, people are just constantly talking about the guy on steroids, and they have some points. You know, the video that's been going around of Conor flexing. First off, when you see him looking like this, right? He's getting ready for the movie. He's flexing. He's screaming. What do you think? You think steroids?
No, I don't think steroids at all. But I'm probably in the minority. I honestly think what happens is people get buff, and all of a sudden people have to just throw steroids out there, just because they can't build muscle the same way someone else does. That's my opinion. Like, I think that he's just building muscle. And he's been doing it over time. It hasn't happened overnight, you know? And I don't think a lot of people understand that. And maybe it's just easy to throw steroids out there. You know, it's
And-
an easy excuse, I guess.
So the thing that's interesting is, so why do you think Kamaru is and Conor's not?
Well, Kamaru, in my defense, I think he's a straight up fucking liar. Like, you know, like some people, you can just tell when they're bullshitting. You know, like when they're over explaining situations or they have a million excuses for one thing. Like, that's the vibe I got from Kamaru when he was talking about where all these marks came from on his stomach, and it was like a long elaborate story about moles and shit like that. I feel like he's trying to get one over on everyone who's listening, on hundreds of thousands of people, and he's so delusional that he thinks people are actually going to believe this. That's the difference.
Okay.
Conor's not coming out of the woodwork defending himself, being like, I'm not on steroids, it's just this, it's just that, and then over-explaining situations.
That's a good point. Conor doesn't. He has over-explained situations before.
For steroids?
No, not steroids. But he's told tales about things before where he gets in these descriptive stories.
Right, but we're talking about steroids.
Yeah, steroids is basically like, get the fuck out. Like, he would just like dismiss it immediately.
So if he hasn't come out and he's making a million excuses and stories, then what reason do you have to believe aside from the fact that he's just built some muscle mass?
I'll give you a couple of the reasons, and then we'll jump back into the calls. So here's a couple of the pictures that popped up, although I was showing pictures afterwards, so people are showing, they think these like injection marks over here. His bald spot above the tiger, underneath.
I thought you don't inject steroids in your stomach, though. I think HGH is the only thing you inject in your stomach.
Well, I mean,
guess
that's still cheating.
Yeah, I mean, it's still, I'm just saying, I don't think like other steroids, I'm pretty sure it's not in your stomach.
Kainoto has the potato nose theory. He thinks his nose has turned into a potato. His foot was a balloon, but his nose has become a potato from the steroids growing. What do you think?
I don't know about the whole potato nose thing.
Okay.
So it sounds like a little bit of a stretch to me.
Well, you never know.
But
Potato nose. USADA, here's their website. I found this pretty interesting. Like, here's his whole history, right? Mm-hmm. And 2015, hold on a second. This is the third quarter. For all of 2015, 8 tests. 2016, 11 tests. 2017, 6 tests. 2018, 11 tests. 2019, 7 tests. 2020, 8 tests. 2021, 11 tests. But here we go. 2021, the whole year, 11 tests. Third quarter of that year, 1 test. Fourth quarter, 0 tests in 2021.
Why does he need a test?
And then 2022, nothing.
Yeah. Why does he need a test? That doesn't make sense. He hasn't fought.
Because of this. Here, I'll give you the reason.
There's no reason for him to test if he's not fighting.
He's still in the rankings.
Doesn't matter.
No, if you are in the rankings, you're supposed to be. You're in the pool.
USADA doesn't handpick who they're testing at what time. They just kind of deliberately.
A year?
Yeah, they just deliberately pick some fighter off the roster and then go test them. That's why it's random testing.
All right,
I'm just saying, I don't know. None of us know. I'm just coming up with my own conclusion.
So that one is the only one that sticks for me, because why do you have to be in the testing pool in order to be on the roster in the rankings? And Conor is still ranked number 11 on their roster and hasn't been tested for a year. That's not random. I mean, that's just weird. That makes you scratch your head. So that's one thing. Now maybe his injury, but then he's recovered. He's filming a movie. There are chances where they can test him. You don't think that's a little weird?
No. I mean, there are a lot of fighters on the roster. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of them probably missed the fourth quarter and then 2022. You know.
All right.
I mean, listen.
I'm not going through the whole roster.
It could mean something, but at the end of the day, like, you guys don't fucking know. I don't know. Chris doesn't know. Everyone in the chat doesn't know. So, like, what are we gonna do? Well, it's just suspicious. He hasn't been tested. Well, he also hasn't fought. I get it. It's random testing because he's on the rankings, but I guarantee there's other fighters on the UFC rankings who also have not been tested for 2022.
Well, we haven't seen them. I'm just entertaining the other side. Like I said before, I don't think he is. Is it possible? Yes, but I don't think he is. I truly don't think he is. Do you think it could be possible?
Yeah, anything's possible, but
you going with no?
An opinion without fact is just ignorance.
What are his rape allegations? No, don't lie. I'm not gonna get that started again.
An opinion without fact is just ignorance.
I'm not gonna dive down that road. Got people riled up. Okay, let's get back to the calls here. We only have 6 minutes left. So let's make this quick. Pulse, slip it in. Pulse, what's going on, bud?
Hey, not too much. How you doing, man?
Wonderful. How you doing?
Wonderful.
Nice. Okay, what do you think about this crazy topic tonight?
Okay, so I just wanted to touch on what Jessie had said. She said sometimes, you can tell when somebody is lying. Right?
Yes.
Okay, so if y'all could, I don't know if you can, but if you could just react to when Nate accused him at the press conference and apply that same logic to that clip. Can y'all do that?
When Nate accused him of, he did, actually, you're right? Didn't he go on his whole, speech about steroids or something like that? Or I don't know, I can't remember exactly what he said, but I remember he had a retaliation that was a little energized. What did he exactly say?
I don't remember exactly, but I remember they had like a little presser in the gym leading up to their fight, and just the way that he answered that question, or the way that he responded, he just sounded guilty as hell, in my opinion.
Yeah, but you don't even remember what he said, so how do you know?
He said he's on steroids, and then Conor's like, I'm major against that shit. And the way that he said it just sounded like a very guilty person.
I got to be honest with you, Pulse. If you could actually quote what he said, I would probably be with you on this one, but you don't even remember what he said. So I don't know what we're talking about here, Pulsey boy.
That was the gist of it. He said, you're on steroids, and he goes,
okay.
I'm major against that shit. And his voice cracked a little.
Oh, okay. So you think he sounded defensive?
Yes.
Okay.
But when was that?
That was right before he fought Nate. It was the first time, right?
So that was still a year that he was being tested. That was a year. If you were to say that that event happened in 2022, then you would have reasons for red flags to be raised. But he said that in the midst of testing with USADA, so at the time he probably was against it. He wasn't taking any steroids. It's not really you don't really have a leg to stand on with that argument.
All right, Pulse, thank you. We have limited time. Appreciate it. Okay.
You got it. Later.
There's Pulse coming in, chiming in. Let's try to rattle through these. Now I see some calls coming in. Oh shit. Hold on a second here. Here we go. Damn Savage.
Yo.
How's it going, bud?
So, fuck Conor. I never got to get my 2 sites in 279. So, COMZAT took his first L, I think, from Nate.
Okay, this has nothing to do with the Conor thing. Do you have anything on Conor, please?
Fuck Conor.
What else we got here? I mean, what are we doing here? Jesus, there's other people on the line. Oh, God help me. God help me.
You just hung up on him.
Who we got over here? Who else is this?
I think you were trying to answer that other one and you hung up on it.
Sober Carl, you there? Jesus Christ. Come on. We have 3 minutes left in the show, for God's sakes. All right, Sober Carl's not there. Who else we got over here? Who else we got? We got...
Yeah, there you go.
Where's the Lone Wolf? Lone Wolf! Sober Carl. Going once. Ooh, going twice. Okay. So Tropical Tom here. Let's see, Tropical Tom. Oh, here's... All right, we'll give him another shot. All right, we're going to give you another shot.
Okay, you want to know why Conor hasn't been tested? They took him out of the pool because the fucking doctors were prescribing him shit when he broke his leg that was on the ban list. That's one reason why they haven't been testing him.
Okay. Well, actually, it's not a bad point. Okay. So you're saying the meds, his recovery, pain meds, whatever the hell they're putting him on, he probably was on steroids.
Whatever the fuck they were putting him on. I'm sure, shit from the surgery, putting that fucking rod in, they had to put him on some shit, antibiotics, what have you.
Can't you get cleared, though? I think if you're on specific prescription medications and a doctor is the one, I'm pretty sure there's like a little bit of a workaround where you can actually get cleared by USADA for taking those medications.
That's what he's basically saying.
No, but not like they can still random test you for other things, and when that one substance comes up, they already know you're taking it because the doctor prescribed it.
Well, when you are going into like surgeries and stuff like that, and there's a serious injury or whatever the hell it is, don't they prescribe you steroids, like certain types of steroids in order to recover?
But as long as USADA knows, right? I'm pretty sure they just kind of like Like they just have
Also,
to
they know
inform-
he's gonna pop. You know, he could be taking anything and fucking they could
Yeah.
pop for steroids and something.
Yeah.
Be like, oh no, my doctor gave me this. It's cool.
Yeah.
So it's just like, why bother? Why waste time?
Not impossible.
Those tests ain't fucking cheap. You know, what, like 30 grand a pop?
Yeah. Well, he got that test on the yacht. Remember, he said they came on the yacht and the USADA showed up. That was after he was recovering, and then they never showed up again. So that's where it doesn't make sense.
Well, yeah, maybe they couldn't find him. He's been on the job so much.
He's too busy getting blowjobs. Every time they show up, he's getting a blowjob on the yacht. USADA.
Maybe, who knows?
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
So, yeah. COMZAT, he sabotaged that whole fucking thing. I think Nerves got to him of the fucking main event.
Oh, stop it.
Why do you keep hanging up on him?
Thank you.
Why do you keep doing
What the fuck is he
that?
doing? Talking about Khamzat Chimaev and sabotaging and shit. Jonathan Wilberding, thank you for being a member for 20 months, baby. Come on. 20 months! 20 months.
You got the one more from him.
There's a Jonathan Wilberding donation coming in. I'm going to add 5 onto the clock for the Wilberding because he's dropping a $5 donation. So let me add another 5 over here. Thank you, Jonathan Wilberding, when that comes in. Let's see what else we got here. Lone Wolf. Sober Carl, you hear us?
Yo, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, yes. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, fine. Sorry about that. I don't know why it's on mute when you guys... I think I figured it out, though, but...
Okay. So what are your thoughts?
But, say hi. It's been a while.
Oh.
Hi, JBN.
That sounds so bad.
So, about Conor, yeah. I guess none of us can actually prove it, but, I don't know. I think when he was fighting, what's that, English guy, Dennis Seaver, it was on Fox or something, or some big network. Anyways, that was kind of like when he made his debut. Anyways, I don't think he was like all juiced up then, because they showed like his background in Irish, and like he grew up like, you know, like in the slums, and he worked his way up. They showed his amateur fights, and he had that drive in him, and so I think he really did work for it, and he looked the way he did because of how hard he trained. But nowadays, when he's just chilling on his Lamborghini yacht with his woman and all that stuff, kind of makes you wonder.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks a lot different, you know. But anyways, enough about that. What was I gonna say? Yeah, like that. Like, I mean, if you work hard enough, you can look like that. I mean, I fought at 170 and 135. When I hit 135 and like got some fluid in me and stuff, I was the same way in the mirror. I'm like, oh yeah, fuck, dude, because I have a 160 something frame, and I was 135. I was like, holy shit, dude. But like, by the time I fought, I was about 145, close to 150. But like,
think about it.
Yeah, I'm sure anyone who works out gets to that point where they're
The guy's got a chef. He's got a chef that prepares 6 meals a day for him. He's got physical trainers. He's got his own McGregor fast thing going on. Like, he's got everything that he needs, and on top of it, he is an athlete. He's an elite athlete, right? So, I mean, this is not impossible to achieve.
No, yeah, he's not eating fast food and fucking Big Macs and fucking macho nachos and shit like that, you know. I mean, yeah, you eat the right things, you do the right workout, you know. I don't think it's impossible at all. But other than that, since I can't really give a conclusive response if he is or if he isn't, but how about that main event the other day with RoboCop? I am fucking dude, he's one of my new favorite fighters. He's kind of like a young who was I thinking guy from Brazil, knocked out Brown Pride
Cain Velasquez?
Yeah, I knocked out Cain. Bald head, younger. It was the one he knocked him out in like 13 seconds. I can't think of his name right now.
Fuck. What's it called? Ngannou knocked him out. Who are we talking about? Cain Velasquez. Who knocked out Cain Velasquez? I don't know. Anyway. DeSantis.
Anyway.
JDS.
Yes, exactly. He reminds me kind of a younger version of him. Just like really pumped and like he just has that drive, and I think he's going to do big things. And so I'm really looking forward to watching him fight. Yeah, thanks, chat, for helping out on that. I had a brain fart.
It's okay.
I apologize. But anyways, I'll let some more people call in. And what do you call a wolf getting head?
I don't know.
Oh no, what do you call a wolf getting a blowjob?
A wolf getting a blowjob. I don't know. What do you call?
Power head.
Thank you, Sober Carl. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, have a good night, all right?
Thank you.
Sober Carl. All right. Here we go. We're going to do a quickie here. I think Jonathan pulled back his $5 donation. How dare you? Manny C. Going once. Going twice. No, Manny C. Okay. All right. By the way, yeah, Gregory Rodriguez is the real deal, right, chat? What do you think? Gregory Rodriguez in that co-main event, I mean, he really showed something special over there. I mean, he withstood an onslaught and got the job done. Got his hand raised with a fucking cut on his head. Let's get out of this shit. Gregory, the cut on this man's fucking head. Crazy stuff. Look at this. Dude, it's nuts. All right. Come on. What are we doing here? You can't see it? What the fuck? We use technology. This post doesn't go.
You just have to click C at the bottom of the photo, Moss.
Where's C?
X out of that.
Oh, okay.
There
This?
you go.
Oh, okay. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Oh, my God. Isn't that bad, Josh? Look at that. Holy smokes. And he's just like, no big deal. It's a real man. Wow. Gregory Rodriguez and Song Yadong, both nasty gashes on Saturday night. 1-2 punch, but Gregory stands out to me. Click downstairs. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Big Contender Series, so make sure you tune in. You hit the like button on this stream. You hit the like button on that stream. We'll see you over there tomorrow night.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you to our sponsors, Head Rush, Sheath Underwear, MyBookie.ag, CBDX, UFC on ESPN Plus, and Undisputed Belts. Promo code MMA-Holes. That's MMA-HOLES for all of your discounts on all of your favorite products. We'll be live again tomorrow night for the Contender Series. Make sure you hit the like, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you, Julian Lane, for coming on the show. And as always, don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA-Hole.